G'day everyone and welcome back to Vegas Unfiltered 25. As always, I'm joined by...
Louis from the Perth Blue Baggers pod.
And for the second time this year, the same special guest. Who we got?
My name's Austin.
Okay, how are we?
Yeah, I'm good. But I'm not exactly confident of the chances against you boys. But keen to have a chat about it.
Likewise, to be honest. We're not that confident.
Yeah, well, you guys should win purely talent, but
yeah,
I don't know. We could win. It's a real flip of the coin, to be honest. Who knows? You could if you guys rock up, you should be smoking us. But who knows? It's two pretty agile clubs, so anything could happen.
Yeah. So you watched a bit of the game, of the Carlton West Coast game. So what did you sort of make of it?
It looked really promising early for years, which I don't know. I sort of thought West Coast would be a chance, but it seemed pretty dead early. And then I think they probably won. They won the second half. Did they win the last three quarters? He's up like 40 halfway through the first quarter or something. At the end of the first quarter, something like that. It's like pretty.
So he kicked 40 points in the first quarter. No, 46 in the first quarter, and 40 across the next three quarters.
Yeah,
which is quite abysmal.
Yeah, it's crazy. I believe when I checked the score, I had it on in the background and I saw the score. I'm like, you make 100 points? Like, what? Crazy.
Yeah, and we were a bit inaccurate and all that, but it was a wet game. But the same skill errors were there that we've seen probably since our first round loss to Richmond. So there's still problems, and I don't think many Blues fans are that impressed by a 33-point win.
Pretty unfulfilling season for you guys.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. There was a few people saying, we'll just take the 4 points, and then straight after the game when we've won, they're saying it feels like a loss. So
at least you did get that is something.
Yeah. Underwhelming is how I describe it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a bit worrying, to be honest. The three quarters that we didn't go up were just piss weak, like so weak. But I think that's because it was really slippery conditions. Charlie's gone down with a calf tightness issue, but he could have kept playing and he wanted to. Hudson O'Keefe's now done a hammy, and I don't know. To be honest, the forwards were
not entirely sure about Charlie Curnow. That's a bit. I don't know. Sometimes the media training, they've been taught to play down things or whatever to not create headlines.
Yeah.
Just like the TDK thing that came out this morning that he wants to stay at Carlton. I honestly think that's just all for clicks. I don't think he's that intrigued at staying, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know. Only he knows what he knows. We don't know.
He knows the answer, which is lucky.
So what about your game against Freo again in Perth?
It's weird because like this year for the Roos, it was sort of like you need to get those 4 points, not just efforts, but sort of readjust your measuring stick as the season goes, and we're not quite as good as I was hoping. Not that I thought we were going to be amazing, but we're a little bit behind where I was hoping we would be this time of the year. But it was probably our best performance of the season, despite other than the Melbourne win. We obviously beat Richmond and we beat West, but those were two pretty ugly games. But Freo weren't too bad, and I was actually pretty impressed with how North played.
Yeah, I'd say so. Your tackling pressure was quite good. I think that will trouble any team. That's why I'm probably the most worried, actually, because we crumble under pressure. That was good to see, and Nick Kalaki almost brought you home.
Yeah, he's had a down year, Larks. How good he's been. He's still quality player, but not to the levels he's been the last couple of years. But yeah, he always gives himself a chance. Proper smart football. Yeah, I was like, not if you told me we just lose a game, I don't know, at the start of the year, it's like, well, we need to convert wins. Like, you need to get clinical. But how the season's gone, I was pretty happy. Pretty happy.
Yeah. Let's go into a bit of the preview, I guess.
Yep.
Henry, do you have any of the questions up?
Me? Hi.
I'm all good to go first.
I haven't even got the questions, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to go, Louis.
How have you felt about North's season so far?
Yeah, it's weird. It's been a roller coaster. Yeah, going into the season, I thought we were going to have a little bit about us, and especially after that Melbourne win, I'm like, oh, we might be turning a bit of a corner, not becoming like a powerhouse or anything, but showing that, you know, we've got that game to be able to take it up to teams and be a bit more clinical. But winning is a hard thing to learn when you've been such a losing club. So it changed. It's you know, it's weird because you get disappointed and then you sort of reevaluate. And then I'm like, oh, we played horrible against West Coast, but we got the win. But it was terrible. It wasn't great. And then against Freo, it's like, oh, that was kind of a good performance, but we lose. And I don't know. It's weird, the Roos. I just want us to start winning games, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
It's been a shit show for the last, excuse the language, but it's been pretty bad for the last 3-4 years, I'd say.
3-4, yeah, probably closer to 10. I think it's been pretty abysmal. Sort of when 2016 we started really, really well, and then back after that year could barely win a game. Got flogged in Adelaide. Told a club grade he had to retire. Brad Scott's out, and it's just been shit. So, yeah, it's been brutal, but I don't know. The glimpse. I was not stoked, but I was impressed with a bit of the play.
Yeah.
Might happen.
Well, on a more positive note, what do you think has been one thing that you've improved in this year?
I think getting like someone like a Jacob Castanti into the side, not a super quality AFL player by any means, but he's brought a level of tackling pressure in the forward 50, which I haven't seen at North for, I can't even, Matt Campbell. Do you guys remember Matty Campbell?
Vaguely, I think.
Yeah.
5 years older than me.
He used to chase, and he played ages ago. So Castanti really has brought that an appetite for the content. Luke Parker's been awesome. He'll be up there in first. Sherry been really awesome. Paul Curtis really good. Probably just about it, guys. Even second half of the been pretty good. So yeah.
Tell you what, Louis, I've got a couple questions for Cooker, but I'll go at the end. I just thought of a couple.
All right. Okay. So, if North is going to beat Carlton, how do you think that happens?
Not by North being the better team. I wouldn't have thought. I would have thought Carlton would have to come with a lower level, which you guys do. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think North come out. I don't think it'll be, if it's a fierce contest where both teams are up for the fight, that we win. I don't think that's a reality at this point in time. But yeah, you guys come on. I'm hoping that maybe that gives us a bit of a sense of competing with Rio at Optus for 4 quarters. And yeah, I don't know. Just all the boys step up at the right time, which has not been able to happen. But yeah.
Yeah,
hoping.
well, I reckon if, like I said earlier, if you bring your pressure, might be able to overrun us, especially if we fade out again in the second half. I think any team can beat us if we're, not efficient and sloppy. You need to play 4 quarters. If we're not on song for 4 quarters, then it's problematic. So I don't underrate any team, really.
Yeah, well, I think it's been weird. I going into the season predicted Carlton finished on top of the ladder, and that was very, very naive because very disappointing.
Wouldn't say that's the brightest moment.
Glaring issues of the game plan. I think Vossi's a bit out of his depth, doesn't have too many gears to go to.
True.
You don't have the kickers in the team, which seeing the way, Adelaide, they're one of the best kicking teams. They're right underneath guys, really good ball users. So, yeah, disappointing year for the Baggers. Pretty disappointing year for the Roosters. Who can get disappointment? Well,
yeah.
I think the problem with our second half fade outs is the actual gears, because as we can see in the first quarter, we're at top gear. We start top gear. We are consistent throughout that first quarter. Second quarter, we go down to second gear, which is not ideal, but we're still looking strong. And then there's no gear after that. It's just panic mode, and you're just all over the place. To be honest, you do not know what to do, and you can just see it as well. Like, it's so obvious what's going on, because players are just like, the first quarter they'll be switched on, manning up. There's tackling pressures elite, and then the second half you just see. Let's go for an example. Jacob Wiedering's at the centre of the ground, and North have complete utter ball movement going straight out of their defensive 50. And we've got, let's say, two blokes, Wiedering and Silvani, and then they just run rampant against us and have to leave Wiedering to chase them. And we know for a fact that he's not running anyone down this year. If he runs anyone down this year, I'll go bleach Buzz, is how confident I am he's not getting a run-down tackle. So, it's a pretty bad...
there's a level of maturity that's missing at Carlton. You say a Geelong and anyone that knows anything about football has respect for the Geelong Footy Club, and Chris Scott is probably, I think, he's the best coach in the comp, one of the best of all time. The way he can just shift things on the fly, and he's got on Gloves and Stewart have been around with him for ages, and they can just adapt. With Carlton, it's once you get found out that's it's pretty damning that there's not really anything to go to, which whether that's Voss has that he wants to sort of implement or he doesn't, or if he does, he just doesn't have the guys out there to flick the switches. But pretty one-way traffic, that sort of ability to halt momentum, which North Melbourne have very as well. Obviously a bit of a younger team, but you would hope for something better with Alistair Clarkson there for 3 years now. One of the coaches, but bizarro.
3 years. Jeez, time goes fast.
3 years. One of them was halted a bit, the saga thing. So I think 3 years.
Oh, I remember that. I was in year 6. Holy shit! That is flew past.
They keep getting quicker and quicker the older you get, boys, as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that really has flown past. Am I up in my Louis? Or you got a few more?
No. I'll just add one thing. One thing that does seem to save us quite a bit, especially against West Coast, was our blockade. The defense was it's pretty strong with Haynes and Silvani in there, as well as Wheaters. So no longer has it been Wheaters to hold the burden every game. Now he has some support. So I think we're ranked about number 6 in the comp or something for defense. Well, points against.
I reckon Haynes alone ranked number 6, to be honest.
Yeah.
He is flying at the moment. I remember, I think it was the third quarter, I predicted the whole entire what was going to happen. So it was, what's his name? Oh, bloody hell, now I can't remember. It was that Dewar bloke that won the Rising Star, said to Dad, right, that's what's going to happen. He's going to kick it 50 metres to absolutely nowhere, and Haynes is going to take an intercept mark, kick it inside 50, and we're going to kick a goal. And that's exactly what happened. Haynes is an absolute, he's a threat. I know I bagged him out. I think I said a few things for him to go and do, but no, he's unreal at the moment. I'd say easily top 10 in the best and fairest, if not probably top 7. I think there's a few more players that have been better than him, but God, he's shown some improvement.
Had a good career. professional defence, and been good after he was getting bagged out after he had a shocking first game or two. He's been it's stiff. It was bad timing for him, but he had two of his worst games in his career, one after another. Once he's joined one of the biggest clubs in the comp, but anyone that's watched his career, he's a proper player, Hainsey. So it's good that he's shown that to the bag of faithful.
Yep. And JSOS has also been quite good. In fact, he might be an All-Australian in contention if he continues. So
he's surprised. I didn't really rate Silvani too much, but he's credit where credit's due. He's been unreal, very solid.
Yeah. So purely because of our defense, I think that might just save us in a few more of the games than the rest of the season.
Well, I think North Melbourne don't have. Our defense is first of all time in our team. It's horror. So it'd be very interesting if Charles. What's Mackay like? Is he done well?
He's getting professional help or something, I think.
I think we can rule.
I wouldn't be so sure about. We have to find out tomorrow afternoon when the injury report comes out. If it's a TBC or something like that, that's not a good sign.
No, it won't.
Ali's not playing. North's backline needs all the help that he can get. Toby Pink's down there, has a good, solid crack. Just not a great footballer. But yeah.
Well, all you can hope is for some desperation and great effort, which I think Haynes and Silvani and Wheaters have mainly shown throughout the year. So I think it's possible. It's a bit of a belief, I guess, from the players.
Yeah.
So, next question is, what would a good result look like for you this weekend?
Oh, that's a great question.
If we show up and play a similar sort of brand that we played against Freo, even if it does mean a loss, I wouldn't be too mad. I sort of just stubbornly want us to get a couple more wins, get 6 wins, maybe look at it and go, well, numbers wise, it was we sort of hit the win mark that we all wanted to, but I don't know. It's been a bit of a weird year, so I'm not too fast. I've sort of reversed in saying that whether we win or lose, if we play the sort of brand and full quarter effort that we brought against Freo, even if that results in a loss, as long as it's not a heavy loss and they compete, I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, that's a good outlook on things. It could be a bit like the last year's game where we won by 19 points. Still competitive enough. We managed to just, with some desperation, fight back in the third quarter, I think. But I think that would be a good game to watch if it's, within a few goals.
Yeah, I don't want anything like the Friday.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I bet.
You guys would have had a great time, but
yeah.
Sounds about right. Is that me, Louis?
Yep.
My firing away. Righto, so I thought of these really quickly in my head, in the big brain, up here. So, Cooko, how did you find the big game at Norwood Oval, mate?
Yeah, it was really, really good fun. Over the last year, built some pretty good relationships with all the boys involved. So it was just a weekend getaway with the lads, and it was a blast, absolute blast. Had the time of my life. Game wasn't as close as the year before, but everyone involved was awesome. The people there were awesome. Yeah, so much fun. So no complaints from me. It was a blast.
Good as. Sounds good. What is it like to obviously play at Norwood with ex-AFL footballers and pretty recent AFL ex-footballers like Charlie Dixon, Hamish Hartlett, Sean Grigg? He might be a little bit past the recent, but what's it like to play with them?
Yeah, pretty. I don't know. I didn't really think about it too much, but obviously awesome. They were just legends, great people. So I was trying to. I think my head was trying to get a few kicks. It was all kick-outs because the cheapies, that was the only possessions I could get. But yeah, I was just happy that everyone was so lovely. Like Charlie Dixon, great bloke, such a nice guy. Everyone involved was awesome. It was a really, really wholesome day.
Yeah.
Good as. One more. What do you think of the buyer that got the jersey? Or
Hey, my boy. Yeah, well, it's looking pretty dire there. I thought no one's gonna nab it, but you came through clutch, Henners, and I appreciate that.
Had to, mate. Had to. Bloody that! I reckon I've got the exact spot for it on the wall, just up there. Looks pretty good.
Hopefully,
Got your name?
I can manage to do something half notable to boost the value of it one day.
Sounds good. Bloody hell, that's the only questions I had. Let me think. That's it. How's the Wattle Park Animals going?
Yeah, awesome. Won 5 games in a row, but just such a good boys, same sort of vibe. It's just fun. I just like everyone there. Awesome people. Just playing with your mates, you know. It's fun. Just smile and laugh the whole time. It's good. We've been winning games, but it doesn't even really matter. Just getting out, a bit of exercise. It's a good bunch of blokes, a couple of blokes. Always have a laugh, you know, back each other. Some terrible skills, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, no, so much fun. Footy's just great, especially when you're playing with your mates.
Yeah, that's the beauty of community footy.
Yeah, no pressure like North, Carlton, and such a player. We're expected to be there. So we've won some games. It's great, but you know that's not the end of it, is it? So
yeah, nailed it right there. Community footy is the best. Would like to get out there, but it's a bit tricky with one kidney and the contact that's in the game. But that's all right. We can find other things to do like this that keeps me involved, which is what I've been.
Bring your positive attitude. Always up for a laugh. So you're doing great, both of you boys.
Thank you.
Good ass. Thanks for that.
Do we have any fan questions?
Let's give it a bit of a look, shall we? We got one. Any spare tickets to the North Melbourne game? Fortunately, I don't have any tickets for you, mate. But tell you what, I would give them to you because, yeah, why not? Actually, no, I wouldn't. But I would not give them to you whatsoever. But here's the question.
Yeah, love the engagement.
Oh yeah, love the engagement. That's all we've got for episode 34. Bang, 34. There we go, in the book. How good's that?
Love it. It's always a great chat.
It is. Talking footy.
The Roos.
The Roos?
Who
let you on?
I don't know. Some goose, the host of this show.
Maybe. Bloody hell.
What did you make of that that viral reel, that AI thing with the kangaroo? Have you seen that?
I haven't fully. I did see a little bit. It's just AI. I don't know. I'm an old man. It makes me feel old. The technology's bizarre. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually see a TikTok of you. I think it was after the game. Have you seen it? Where the boys, they asked you if they could do a video with you?
The one laying on the ground and they poured milk in my mouth.
Yep, that's the one.
That was fellas. It was when they first asked. I was like, and then I'm like, fuck it. I mean, excuse my language, but yeah, I was like, whatever. You know, they were good lads. Asked politely, so always up for a gag.
Not like the prom train incident that happened. I saw that as well, where he got
that was
five times. That was pretty dog.
Not a fan of that. He's a good bloke. And, you know, he brings an audience and stuff, and he was lovely to everyone. So yeah, that was probably a bit poor, but he's a big boy. I'm sure he's doing all right.
Rightio. Is there anything else we have, Louis?
No, that's all on the agenda today.
No, I love it.
You boys got much on this week?
Well, believe it or not, I'm actually going to the Carlton Footy Club tomorrow.
Oh, nice. What are you...
Got a kidney check-up in Melbourne.
Yep.
So, good old waking up at 4:30 4 o'clock in the morning, leave at 4:30, get to Melbourne at 8, do the appointment, go to Carlton, come back, all in one day, and probably sleep. To be honest, I'm a bit of a snoozer when it comes to.
Oh, I'm feeling asleep as what? Tired boy.
Hopefully, thinking about actually doing a few interviews if I do meet any of the players. So keep an
Yeah,
eye out on the channel. And
I will.
yeah, we'll hopefully see a couple of interviews soon.
Best of luck, my boy. You'll kill it.
Yeah, there you go. It's the only way. You just got to kill it. You just got to put yourself out there. That's
Give
what
it
we're doing.
Give it heaps.
Yep.
Have-
Great community of content creation.
Community
Well-
content creation. We actually love a bit of content creation. So
Okay.
yeah, that's why we're doing this. Rightio.
Have a good week and all the best to the Roos. Hopefully, it's a thrilling game.
Thanks, boys. Best of luck. We need this, though. I'm telling you, we need this. Sorry, boys. All my prayers are
Fair enough.
I don't know why I
Fair
let you. Say good go.
there, fellas. Thank you. I'll say
Bye.
Baggers.